Hi, I'm Roger.
And I'm Mayra. Welcome to Our Travels. In this video, we're gonna give you a complete tour of our van. But before we do that, we have some news to tell you.
So the news is we're planning on selling the van after a while of traveling, but we're planning on flying instead, so we don't want to let it sit while we do that. So before that, let's give you this tour. Okay, so let's start off with the outside of the van. This is a Chevy Express 2003 2500. Let's talk about the shower that's on the roof rack. So this shower is a 10-gallon shower. We got all the PVC parts off of Home Depot and we glued them together, and it's a solar shower, so the sun heats it up throughout the day. In the afternoon we take a nice warm shower, and we bought the hose separately. This is a 6-foot hose, and the spray nozzle on it has different variations where you could do a shower, you could do a jet stream. And let me show you where the water, we pour the water in the back to fill it up. You could actually pressurize it. We haven't pressurized it before, just because it's leaning forward, so the water comes out not naturally. And then you open this front spout, and the water comes out. We take shower in deserted areas, in front of beaches, and it's great. Next, let's get into the inside of the van. So the front end of the van is pretty basic. We didn't change anything there. We were planning on getting a Yeti cooler in the beginning, but our buddy had this refrigerator sitting in his garage, so he was kind enough to give it to us. However, it pulls a little bit too much juice for our solar power. So what we did is we would plug it in as we're driving on the cigarette lighter. We'll let it freeze over, and then we would turn it off whenever we are parked for a few days, and it worked pretty well like that. It helped that we were traveling in the winter mostly, but it's still a really good refrigerator. If you have enough juice on your solar power, I recommend you getting one because they're pretty awesome. Now let's show you the inside of the van. First, let me introduce you to our special guest of the day. His name is Jimas. We're pet sitting. Say something for the camera, Jimas.
Ladies love me, man.
All right, so let's get to the curtain. Let's show you how this curtain works. It's my grandma kind of sewed this together for us when she was visiting from Brazil, and we tie it with this here. So there's 2 screws that we screwed, one on the roof and one on the corner, and that's held by a steel string. And we didn't use this too much when we were traveling, but every now and then we'll open it, but they mostly remain open. Now let's talk a little bit about our ventair. So this right here is what pulls out the hot air from the van. Whenever you open it and you turn it on, it draws all the air from the inside that's hot and stale and pushes it outside, making the car a lot cooler. We went with this one just because our van is smaller instead of the other the big one that everybody has in their van. And it attaches to our Goal Zero. This is one of the basic ones. It charges laptops about 1.5 times, and we have it attached to our solar power on the roof, which is a Renogy 100 watts, and for that you need an MC4 cable, which we called and they sent us. But if you're planning on doing a setup like this, I would say call and get the MC4 cable first, because we couldn't find it online at the time. Now let's talk a little bit about our storage. This is where we'll keep most of the stuff that we're accessing every day. Things like clothes. The top shelf was for our electronics, our laptops, wires, cell phone chargers, all that good stuff will go in here. What we use to close it is this basic latch, little latch system, and we put a pin and that holds it in while we're driving. And the bottom shelves were used for clothes. The middle one was Mayra's clothes that she accessed every day. Mine was on the bottom. We layered it with a map wallpaper, and just to give it a cool look. And we also kept, this is the section where we kept maps. We always kept the maps of the places that we're going. We got Baja up there, one of our favorite spots. We also put some pictures and things, and we have the famous LED party lights, as well as basic lights and things like that. But this is the party mode right here. It looks so beautiful at night. We enjoy this a lot on our journey for sure. Now let's show you the back of the van. Let's take you to the back so you can see how it looks from this angle. We have our sink here. Our sink is made of all pallet wood, reclaimed wood. It's a hand pump, and this worked really well for washing our hands, our face, washing fruits, things like that. And we also have all of our spices on the shelf here. We put our cups on the second one. We have our books. This is one of those IKEA shelves. And the bed. This is the bottom of the bed is where we would keep most of our storage. Things like winter clothes when it was summer, or the summer clothes when it was winter. Things we wouldn't access every day. And this little table here, we would use it to cut some vegetables or use our laptop every now and then. We also have access to that storage through this front. We put a basic fence door latch on it, or backyard door latch, whatever they call it. And yeah, this is where we would access some of the storage. Let's talk a little bit about how the bed works. So this is a memory foam mattress. It's a 8-inch memory foam mattress, super comfy. We cut it into two pieces, and the way that the bed mechanism works is we have 3 sections. One that's attached to the wall, which is the first section that you see closest to the left, and then there's a second portion that comes out up to there, and then the third section comes out and touches the sink. And let me show you how that looks when it's done. So this is how the bed looks after it's open. The memory foam mattress makes it super comfy, and you could access some of that storage if you want under it. The way that our curtains in the back work is the same system as the front, but it's a smaller one. We use these every day when we were going to sleep, and it worked great as well. And the floor, what we did with the floor is we got one of those vinyl sheets, and we installed that in here. The vinyl sheets were pretty good because they're waterproof and they're really easy to install and clean. And on the roof, we painted it with milk paint. We have the lights that each have rechargeable batteries, and also the end, or the trimming, we did it with burlap sheets. I figured out this was the easiest way to cover these corners and still make it look really good. To finish off the doors, we also did this wood. It's like maybe like a 3mm wood sheet, and we put insulation in the back of it. We put this on the walls and on the doors and on this portion as well, on the sink. Let me show you how the bottom of the sink looks. We have two 5-gallon jugs. We were using one as gray water and one as clean, but we drilled a hole on the bottom of the van and we let the water go directly outside. But we usually just wash our fruits, our face. Nothing really dirty goes there. And that's that same sheet. Let me show you the top. This is also the storage. This is where we would keep some of the dry goods, like, I don't know, cereal, oatmeal, rice, things like that. Some of those things that are lightweight, that will go up here. And same burlap finish on the sides. And that same big sheet, just like we did the interior with that 2mm sheet, we did the door there. So once you close it, it just looks, it looks like you're inside a nice room with wood walls. And this is our stove. This is the camper stove that we use to cook most of the time. We just put it right there on the floor, and we attached this 1-gallon propane tank. This one will last us probably sometimes even a month. And it lasted us the whole month. And this is also some storage back there. It's where I keep the ukulele. Right here's some books. I'll keep books in there. Plastic bags, things like that. I would keep it inside this little red bag here. And we also keep things like the emergency toilet down there. We keep the tent shower that we use sometimes to shower. That all stays on that side of the van. And on this side right here, this is Mayra's little storage for her makeup bags, for all of her accessories that she uses on a daily basis. And I have mine on the other side. That's it.
Okay, hopefully you enjoy our vent tour and you get some tips on your vent project. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below.
Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like this. What we're gonna do is give you a little teaser of the places that we've been in our van in the past 7 months. And what we're gonna do is break those videos down each week with a little detail and some good tips.
And to follow our daily journeys, you can follow us on Instagram, RM Travels. Alright, you guys, see you next time. Ciao.